Sir.
Good morning, Jude. Mouse spotlight karanda.
Good morning, sir. Okay, sir.
Jude, do you remember how many participants were? What was the full house previous sessions?
I think 75 or 76.
Okay, we are halfway through. Now 34 is here.
Yes.
Yeah, let's now it's sharp 9. So we started on sharp 9 and let's see. There'll be last minute rush. Let's wait a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. This is Tanuja, right?
Yes, I'm Tanuja Pereira.
Good morning, Tanuja. Where do you connect now?
So from Lunavilla, nearby Nigamu, Chilau.
Okay. Right. I understand where the Lunavilla. Lunavilla, where do you work?
The Environment National College of Education, sir, Bingiriya, daily traveling.
Okay. Lunavilla to Bingiriya, it's about 20 kilometers, right?
No, sir. It's 48 kilometers.
Okay, 48. Lunavilla to Bingiriya. Okay. This is Lunavilla is off Vennapur.
Oh, yes, sir. 3 kilometers.
Kilometers to Vennapur, right. Right. 48 kilometers. Yeah, quite a distance these days. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Are you the team leader on your team?
Yes, a group number 6.
Group 6. Okay. We'll come to that introduction. Let me, Azina, I can see Azina. Azina, from where do you connect?
Yes, sir. I'm from Samakre, from Ampara district.
Okay, good. Right, Ampara. But you are today in Ampara, you are connecting from your home or office? Or from
Yes,
where
sir.
you at home or?
Yeah, we have duty leave no today.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool.
So that's why I enjoyed our lessons in home.
Okay,
Okay,
great.
thank you, sir.
Okay, right, let me see. Begum, from where do you connect?
Sir, today I'm at office.
Where do you work?
And from Gampala.
Gampala Education Office?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's see. Now we have 50. Let me see who else is there. Rimsan?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. From where do you connect?
I'm from Kurunagala and I work at Zonal Education Office, Putlam.
Okay, Zonal Education Office, Putlam. Right, welcome to the session. Right, who else is?
Yes,
right, we have a lot, 50 plus. Anoma, from where do you connect, Anoma? I can see. Yeah.
I work as the Deputy Director, Zonal Education Office, Kalania.
Okay.
Close. From Ampe. My residence from Ampe.
Okay. Where is this Deputy Education Office, Kalania?
It is in Maharat.
Right. Okay. Close to. Right. Okay. I know Maharahandia.
Yeah. Maharajanjan.
Yeah. Next to that school, right?
Yeah, President College.
President College. Yeah. Right. So I'm from Vattala, so I know this.
Okay,
close by.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. We have 58. We can go. Otherwise, it's not fair for us to wait any longer. it's not fair when we consider those who are logged on time to wait anymore. It's fast filling. The room is filling. That's the good sign.
Good morning, Mr. Tisa. Can I just
Go ahead, Jayanta. Go ahead, Jayanta. Good
2
morning.
minutes? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dear participants, with the consent of the resource person, I want to just convey a very important message to you. Now we had a feedback from all group leaders last week, and according to the feedback what we got, I personally went to Ministry of Education and also met Mr. Nihal Ranasinghe and also Mrs. Our lady Jayani Tilakaratne. All the grievances, everything has been taken into account, and we are trying our level best to have online sessions where we can manage, without compromising the delivery. I think you got my point. Without compromising the value or the quality of the delivery. That means sometimes you may have to come in addition to the sit-down exams. So to make that process successful, when you log in, now say for example, now you all have given duty leave somehow, that is the understanding of Ministry of Education. So there, if it is online by 9 o'clock, all 85 should log in. Now see, the good example is here. There are, for the time being, 85. I don't know who will drop or whatever, but for the time being, we have 85 names. Now, out of 85 names, there are only 55. So 30 short. Now, how they are going to follow this program? So there, Mrs. Jayani Tilakaratne categorically asked, with the consent of the secretary, that we have to send the details of the participants who are logging in. Logging in is important thing, no? Otherwise, if you are supposed to see the recording and go ahead with the program, then we could have, without asking Mr. Tisa Disanayaka to waste in the sense that commit for this particular program from 9 to 11, we could have asked from him a video, and we can upload the video to the portal. So that is not the purpose. Interaction. So all the Zoom sessions have given all facilities for that, though you are not using it properly. So Mrs. Jayani Tilakaratne needs each and every session, the records of logging in records. So now we are unable to get, say physical attendance, get the records such a way immediately. What we do is, we will, already we have arranged that. Now I can see all of you are starting your login details, MPAEM/22/55, good, right? Even 2275 Hasna is also okay, since the number we can easily identify. Say for example, Nadika, 22/103, that's also good. There we can see now MPAEM, definitely that is there, okay. The people who are having MPAEM2022 Jayani, okay. Now see Tanuja Ratnayaka, she doesn't have the number in front. So there, when we send this recording, the logging in details to education department, there's no number. I'm talking to Tanuja. Now we have just, I can see T, letter T, and okay, Tanuja, you very good. 22118 Tanuja Ratnayaka, see, she has changed it. Now we are supposed to send this to the Education Ministry if we are going to continue this online. So once it is corrected, once I mean say Mrs. Jayani Tilakaratna will get that, she knows how long you have been logging in. Our statement very clearly say even 1 minute login, it will show. Even the entire day, I mean say 3 hours and again another 3 hours today, we are sending it to ministry. It is up to you to register proper way. Otherwise, we can't have any other this thing, since if you all are not coming, then you are not using the thumbprint and we are unable to get attendance. Only way of getting attendance is that we can create a statement where according to the number order you have login. So there, remember that will show even 1 minute you have just for the sake of logging in. If you are doing it, it very clearly mentioned. And also the people who have now today, for example, today's session, people who have, I mean, say logging in at 9 o'clock, that also will be shown. So that is the important message that I am going to give you, since from today, this will go, this particular statement will go, the logging in details to the Ministry of Education. So be very careful. You are using your the number, then your first name, right? That will do whatever the device that you are logging in. So that is the most important message I want to give you. Thank you very much, Mr. Tissa Disanayaka, for giving me this opportunity. Over to you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Jayanta Nunhel, for enlightening the participant. I believe this, we are talking to education experts, the leaders of education. They understand how important, I can imagine when students, that student community is not focusing, what could be your lecture on, to them, understanding, highlighting the importance of being there in presence and giving full attention to whatever the education sessions. Thanks, Jayanta, for that positive input.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's start now. 60, I can see 62 or 61, depending on how many are faculty logged on here as support services. Let's start. Otherwise, not fair for people who showed up on time. Now, this is called the essentials of management and organizational behavior. In the past, this particular subject in MBA classes are two: management and organizational behavior. I believe the architect of this course, originally from both education ministry side, PIM, came to the conclusion that this particular team is able and to absorb and get that knowledge of two subject area with one go. And in fact, I can remember the leader of this management part, Professor Ajanta Dharmasiri, in the previous term, he said this is an experiment that PIM did, and probably it is going to give the right result. So there are two subject areas that we have put that into one single series of sessions called Essentials of Management and Organizational Behavior. Now, before I start, I know what some of you are thinking. Maybe you are thinking, to whom are we listening to? Who is this person? As obviously you knew from the signature screen, I'm Tissa Disanayaka. I'm a visiting faculty member at PIM for MBA programs, MPA programs, different management training programs. Lot I have got involved. Let me give you a brief introduction. That's all. Tissa Disanayaka. No first letters, no middle letters, no any other name. Probably my parents made it very simple. My mind goes back to late 90s when we got into MBA programs at PIM long time ago. I finished my MBA at PIM over 20 years ago. But I'm a practitioner. This is why I love this subject. Management is lively, action-oriented, bringing result. You can try a lot of new things, different things. It's all about using, applying common sense and producing the results management. That is why I valiantly, happily embrace the subject matter. I have been a practitioner. I started early part of my career. This is part of me on the government side. I started after A-level working for semi-government organization. I was there for couple of years before I went abroad. Early 80s or mid 80s. I don't want to tell the years. Then obviously you will start guessing my age. So keep on guessing. I started my career in a semi-government organization. I know the pain. As a youngster, early 20s, those days, I was thinking, I need to go fast. I need to do a lot more. But this government regulation, standard framework, telling what to do, what not to do, this is good, this is bad, this is allowed, this is not allowed. I have been there. I can feel some of the challenges that you are facing today. That's my initial part of the career. And then I went abroad. I was there in places like Saudi, Oman, 7-8 years, came back to Sri Lanka. I didn't move away from Sri Lanka. I came back to Sri Lanka and start working for a private sector organization. Ever since, let's put it simply, make it short. Over 30 years, I have been working in private sector organization, especially in the management part. So management, the things that we have discussing, sharing, and majority of them are my experience. Of course, I will share with you what are the best practices, world-class management practitioners do. So you also could be beneficial. The things that I share, mainly my experience. Of course, we have the structured way, theories, best points, things that great writers have shared with their knowledge and after doing a lot of research. But of course, I will mix it with my part. My privilege of my career, I have gone and done business over 30 countries. That's my specialty. Over 30 countries, Asia Pacific, Middle East, America, UK, Europe, European Union, from China to India to Middle East, all those areas. Let's put it 30+ countries, Asia Pacific, Middle East, and Europe. Doing business, interacting with people, practicing management. That's my part. I also initially got into teaching. Like you, most of you, I have no doubt, most of you love your career and especially teaching, and that's very rewarding. Previous 10 years, I had an extensive career. Now I am a lecturer, trainer, consultant, advisor. You put it, all those names are there. Simply, I produce result. I showed and help other managers, up and coming managers, senior managers, how to bring the result. Simple format as that. So today we will be interacting more, but before I go further, I wanted to little bit learn about you. Now, as initially mentioned, there should be 85 education. Let me use this education leaders in this forum, but today we have about 65. That's fine. So I can't ask 65 of you to introduce yourself. But I know there are groups here. How many groups in this forum? Can someone? Okay, 7. Okay, 7 groups, and I believe you have the group leaders.
10 groups.
10 groups. Okay,
10 groups.
10 groups. Okay. Group number 1. Who is the leader? let's make a sample of this. I will request you to group leaders to introduce themselves. So then I will get to know. But remember, we will get to know each other more as we go on. But for the sake of timing, let's talk to the leader of group number 1. Who is that? Identify yourself. Group number 1. A leader is missing or?
I think he is in exam due to the A-level exam.
Okay, right. Okay. Anyone from group number 1? Identify yourself and introduce group number 1. No one from?
Sir?
Yeah, okay.
I'm Renuka.
Okay, Renuka.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell us, 30 seconds, tell us who you are and where do you work.
I work in Divisional Education Office, Folgahavela. Up to now, I have 13 year experience in as an SLES officer.
Right.
I'm a lawyer also.
Okay.
I have already completed one Master of Education course, and this is my second Master of Education Management.
Okay.
In our group, there are 9 members. All are very active and actively participate for our group assignments, as well as we share all the materials and everything. Actually, we can say teamwork here.
Okay, good. I really appreciate your commitment, different, legal fraternity to education and what you call unceasing quest to increase your capacity as an education leader. Brilliant. Good. Now, team number 2 is the group number 2 leader is here.
Yes, sir. I'm Chayani Gurunatha.
Okay.
So I'm currently I'm working as a senior lecturer at Pasundra National College of Education.
Right.
Teaching student teachers of English. So in our college there are student teachers of English, primary and ICT. So I'm teaching for ICT as well as English student teachers.
Right.
So if I talk about my educational backgrounds, I have 2 basic degrees, a BSc degree in English medium and BA in English and English language teaching, a second class. And I have done my master's in linguistics and master's in teacher education international. Then I have done my postgraduate at the Institute of Colombo. At present, I'm reading for my PhD, and this is my 7th degree, my master's in management.
Wow. Wow. What a... Okay, I can... amazing. I'm encouraged.
Okay.
Brilliant.
My passion is to learn something new and teach my students. Every year I'm doing some experimental things and teach my students. I want to be innovative, and I'm always creative. I want to do something for my future generation. That means for my teachers, and thereby they will do something for their students.
Yeah.
So if I talk about my group members, there are 9 members, including Dr. Sujiva, and most of them are from they are from education. That means they are directors. So they are very cooperative and very helpful, supportive. So I'm so proud of my members. So we hope to do our best in this program.
Right, Jayani, I love the words that you use. I want to innovate. I want to create something. I want to experiment. This is what truly Sri Lanka need. Not to accept the conventional wisdom, but to challenge, to improve it. Brilliant. Group number 3, and let's make it 30 seconds introduction. 3.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I'm the leader of Group 3, Achini Godwila Thanna. Currently, I'm working at Pinnavela Central College as Deputy Principal, LDS officer.
Okay. Right, Achini, these days, Pinnavela Central advanced level is going on?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, right. I hope they have the electricity in that area.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. By the way, since the word electricity came to my mind, I am also at the mercy of Ceylon Electricity Board. I hope we don't pray, but I at least expect that they do keep their promise, keep on powering us throughout this. I have the backup. This will last about 15-20 minutes, but not anything beyond that. So I believe you also will have your laptops or desktops up to a certain extent. Nothing will disrupt us. Okay, team number 4. Team number 4.
I am Vindya. I am the group leader of team number 4.
Right, Vindya.
And I am Deputy Director of Education of Kuliapati Education Zone. And I also have already having an MA degree and also several postgraduate diplomas like PGDC, PGDCA,
Right.
some other diplomas like diploma in accounting and.
Okay, from where do you connect, Vindya, today?
I'm from Kuliapati, sir.
Kuliapati. Okay.
I also learning something new and also I love poetry.
Okay, good. Right. Team number 5. Team leader, group 5. Okay. It appears leader is missing. Anyone from team number 5? Team number 5, anyone?
Good morning, sir. I'm team number 5 leader. I'm at the office today.
Okay, cool.
I'm Anupa from the Ministry of Education. I'm a deputy director at the English and Foreign Languages branch.
Right.
If I'm to talk about my career, I started my career as a teacher in 1998 in a very rural school in Mahiyangana. And then I continued working as a teacher for 15 years. In 2013, I joined the Educational Administrative Service as a Deputy Commissioner at the Education Publications Department. I completed my teacher training as a government trained teacher, and then I completed my BA in English at Jawadharapura University, and then the postgraduate diploma in English in teaching English as a second language at the University of Colombo, and my master's in linguistics at the University of Kelaniya, and I'm currently reading for my PhD at the University of Kelaniya. And this is my 25th year in service as educationist, and this is my second master's, and I really love to do it at the university that I have done my first degree. And my interests are doing research about the language learning potentials and abilities of the young learners when it comes to learning more than one language, and how it affects their cognitive development and confidence, and how it helps in creating a very confident and a balanced personality when it comes to growing up persons when it comes to the world of work, when they come to the society one day.
Okay, cool.
And I have 7 members in our group.
Right.
They belong to the Sri Lanka Education Administrative Service, and as well as to the Sri Lanka Teacher Educator Service, and we are working very well as a group right now.
Okay,
Thank you,
right, cool. Jude, will you please moderate? There are some disturbances coming. Right, cool. Now that's group team number 5. Team number 6 will take 30 seconds and tell. Now let's make it. We will have a lot of in-depth understanding on this. But let's make it from where are you connecting from, and which area, and which office you are working for. Just let me know. Next team number 6, right?
Yes, sir. I'm Tanuja Pereira, group leader from group number 6, sir.
Yeah.
I'm working at Bingiriya National College of Education in Bingiriya.
Right. And you are also from Bingiriya, right?
No, sir. My residence is at Lunavilla, sir.
Okay. Lunavilla, Tanuja.
Yeah, 28 kilometers.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I initially got in teaching, sir.
Yeah.
Then I was recruited at Sri Lanka Principal Service. Then currently I am working at Sri Lanka Teacher Educator Service Officer.
Right. Okay.
So I had my master in education, and currently I am reading for MPhil leading to PhD. So I am fond of doing the things in my education area, sir.
Right. Okay. Tanuja, thank you. Team number 7. group 7, so we can finish it. Take 30
Good
seconds.
morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. I'm Saman.
Finally a male voice.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think I'm the
No, I was thinking what is happening to education service. It's all female dominant area. What has happened to males? Okay, cool.
Okay, I think I'm the one and only group leader that we have in these 10 groups. I'm Shaman Degalage from Gampala, and I'm working at Teachers College Gampala, sir.
Okay, right.
There are 9 members in my group. I think that's enough. My 30 minutes over.
Yeah, 30 seconds is over. 30 seconds is okay, good. I love this understanding what is required and making it very short. It's very difficult because we have a lot to say, but within that 30 seconds, that's the talent. Okay, next, team number 8. Team number 8.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sorry if I'm disturbing because I'm still traveling for an urgent matter, sir.
Right. Okay. If you are you driving? Are you driving?
No.
Okay.
So I'm Yashoda Marasinghe from group number 8. I'm an SLAS. I'm a SLAS officer and currently working as the deputy principal of New State Girls College, Negombo.
Okay. Right. You are from Negombo or connect?
No, I'm from Gampaha, sir. I'm traveling from Gampaha to school. So there are 6 members. Some are from SLTES and SLES officers also. That's all.
Okay. Thank you, Yasoda. Group number 9. 9 leader.
Good morning, sir. I'm Nilanthi Singha and I am working in the zonal education office in Matugama. And there are 8 members in my group and they are all from zonal education officers.
Okay, cool. Super Nilanthi. Last group number 10.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I'm Anusha Ilankon.
Right.
I'm the leader of group 10. I work at zonal education office Wattegama as an assistant director of education. And there are 7 members in our group.
Okay.
I think that is enough, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Anusha, making it very short. Now, are there members who are joining from Northern Province, Eastern Province? I believe some are from Puttlam, because time to time I might use a couple of Sinhala words, Sinhala phrases. Is it okay with others? They can understand it? Let me ask this from Riaz. Are you okay with that? Riaz, couple of phrases, because sometimes when you use the important words from the native language, it hit us to the heart. Oh, we can bokkatavadi now. But of course, I also can share a couple of Tamil words where it is absolutely necessary for you to understand the real core meaning of that. Let's practice that as well. I believe you are okay. Begum, are you okay with that? You can understand here and there some words from the other languages. Begum?
Yes, sir, I'm perfectly okay.
Okay, right, cool. Right, now let me say, as I see you are.
Sir, excuse me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask a question? Yes,
yeah,
I checked the Prajna portal. Is there any reading material regarding today's lecture?
Yes, it is cool. Now, it's a good question. Who asked this?
I'm Danushka.
Oh, Danushka. This is the beauty of this session, at least. We realized how, because since there are 2 discipline areas connected together, let me show you this. Essentials of management, organization behavior. If it is essential management, then we could have recommended you 1 book. Since it is organizational behavior, also combined, we recommended you 2 books. Now, let me show you this. I believe you all can see this. Each area. Now, we will explain this, but see a prescribed textbooks. Richard Duft, 2014, New Era of Management, and Robbins SP and Judge. It's Organizational Behavior, 18th edition. These 2 books are recommended, but don't worry. We have made it much more easier for you. How did we make it easier? What we did was, relevant chapters of each area, because these are the thick books. As far as I understand you, and you have a lot in your plate, and you probably have less time to go through all those entire textbook. So we have made it easier. We copied or scanned those relevant chapters and uploaded into Prajna. So there will be 10 sessions today, and all those 10 sessions is uploaded into Prajna portal. Now let me show you that. Now that's, since you requested this, I wish to take you to. Now this is the course outline. Have you ever gone through this? This is uploaded in Prajna. This is what your course is all about, and starting date, finishing date, and who are the resource contributors. My senior partner is Professor Ajanta Dharmasiri. He is also the overall in charge of this program, this particular subject. And then, as you this morning heard, Mr. Jayanta Nunhalla is the coordinator. All those email addresses are there. You can reach us. Every information is given. And its course description, all those are there, right? And let me go to a different version, then it will be easier. Right.
So excuse me, I think it's not uploaded yet. Oh, we can't see it yet.
Yeah, it is there. I can see it. Maybe, Jude?
It is there, sir. We
Yeah,
can see.
it is in the portal, sir.
Yeah, it is there. Okay. Maybe, who said you can't see it?
Dhanushka again, sir.
Dhanushka, check it with PIM. Maybe Jude will be able to help, or talk to Mr. Jayanta Nunhalla. You send an email or WhatsApp message, or connect with him and tell that you are unable to see it. Maybe access control, access levels, or something with the access. Can others see it? Now, this is very important and essential before you go further.
Yes, sir, we can, sir.
Okay, you can see.
Yes, sir. I will share to our group, sir.
Okay. Now, who cannot see it? Who was the earlier, the lady whom I talked to me? Who talked to me that unable to see?
Anushka, sir.
Anushka, you will reach to your team members and see whether they can see it.
Okay, sir. Okay.
And if they can see it, maybe some technical issue and nothing to do with the access issue, and see whether you can solve it. And if unable, then reach Mr. Jayanta, and he will help you, and he will guide you to direct you to the right person to do that.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right. Now, before I go, as whatever the materials, subject materials, fundamentals of management and organization behavior that we will be sharing with you for next 5 days, that means 10 sessions. Perhaps you have already gone through this. You have seen it and you are practicing it. If you have already gone through this, some other courses, some other programs, some other education programs, I have request, revisit. Because I love to listen to, go through the subject matters that I already know, because each time when I attend to, listen to, or interact with the subject area that I already know, I get some deeper insight. So those who have already exposed or gone through this subject materials, my request is to revisit. Those who have not gone yet, yeah, you are in for treat, and welcome to the management and organization behavior, and we have a lot to share. These things, as we go on this during these 10 sessions, you will realize something amazing. What's that? You'll realize, yeah, we are doing it. This is what we do in our day-to-day life. This is what my zonal education office is practicing. This is what I am practicing, because fundamentals of management is not about the professional life also. personal life. This is what my group is practicing. So you will get that realization. Plus, please note that all what we are sharing is rediscovering of the human behavior. So it's already there. There are some new additions, but I want you to keep your eyes and the mind open and absorb whatever, because this program is designed on the 3 premises, very important fundamentals. Number 1 is back to basic. Back to basic. Back to basic. That means there's nothing, there's no rocket science. We are simply talking about the basic subject matters. Let me see. Just to give me a second, I will adjust it. We are talking about the absolute. Just give me, I will adjust the screen so you could see it better. Just give me. Back, okay, to basic, back to basic, back to basic. We are operating on fundamentals. A lot of organizations, entities, whether it's a government or private sector, ran into troubles because they try to do a lot of fancy icing things, new things, extraordinary things, forgetting the basic. Now this course, this 10 programs, this management concept, we are trying to open your eyes to the fundamentals. Next one is number 2, be brilliant on basic. Be brilliant on basic. Be brilliant on basic. That means it's important to do the basics, but also important to master it. Master is in the sense go through deeper subject matter. Now, understanding basic level will help you to put the foundation strong, but it will not help you to grow. So you need to brilliant on the basic. Number 3 is build your, in education, maybe your service, education is a service or base on basic. That means this program, 10 programs on the management and organizational behavior, is all about consolidating, solidifying, strengthening your basic management skills. This is why I want to manage your expectations. Sometimes you might feel, okay, fine, we already know, we are already practicing. Then learn certain things, why it is important to do certain things in certain way, and how it is important to master the fundamentals. Do you agree that? If you want to build upon a strong structure, strong culture, strong service, strong product, strong organization, whether it's a government or private, you need to have the solid foundation. It should be rock solid. Foundation comes with the mastering the basic. Now, those are the 3 fundamentals that we will be discussing, or premises that we will be sharing, whatever we are sharing with you. Now, as we previously discussed, there are a few things that I need to give you attention, because this is the first program. The attention to the course outline, because this is where you will be measured. In order to measure, you need to understand the course outline. because it will be too late after doing couple of sessions if you don't understand what is expected. As Mr. Jayanta rightly said, the attendance is one thing, but there are certain guidelines on PIM that you need to follow. Now, let me share with you a few things that, now this is the course outline. It is available on the portal, Prajna portal. And it, as I initially said, it's starting from 27th January, it's today, and we are finishing at 24th of February. The timing is given, resource person is given, and now the course description. Management is fundamental to most things that we do. It's very clearly mentioned. And we are thinking about, because we have to compete in locally and globally. Have you realized education is so competitive in local market? Sri Lanka. And as a government entity, there's a steep competition coming from private sector. It's unprecedented. So we need to up our game. Otherwise, suddenly we realize that things are not the way that we expect. So create that competitiveness, understanding what is happening in the global arena, what's happening around us, not confining to, making satisfied, okay, our A-level results are good. We have the best A-level students in the world. We produce best O-level students in the world. Our five-year scholarship program is absolutely best in the world. We produce a lot of children with a lot of intellect. No, that's not the point. Point is, are we aware of what's happening? Are we aware of what's happening here in Sri Lanka? Are we aware of what's happening in the others? So those things will come into play. Now, MPAEM Education Management Program, this is a customized one. It's not a standard program, which is when it is customized, it suits your need, and there's a practicability, high degree of practicability. And I don't want to read all those. There are key words: recognize the knowledge, skill, and attitude, the local and global level, and reflect with critical and logical thinking and analyze. Reach relevant public and private sector organizations locally and globally, and realize importance of economic and ecological concerns and in relation to human behavior. Now, these are some areas that we work on. And then the last one is reinforce integrity ethics. Everything happens. No point of achieving the excellence at the expense of ethical, human, losing the human qualities. All those are highlighted. Course objectives and outline is given there. Why I'm taking a bit more time here is, I don't want you to later come and feel that halfway through, Mama දැනගෙන හිටියේ නෑනේ මේක. මේකත් අපෙන් කරන්නේ. Is this the expectations? So I want you to go through this. It's about couple of page document, Word document, PDF document uploaded. Course objectives and underline. Recognize key fundamentals of managing organization behavior. Fundamentals. The course topic is essentials or fundamentals, the basic. Reflect main challenges associated with the management and organizational behavior. It's a reflection. Understanding is one thing. මේකෙන් මොකද්ද කියන්නේ? What does it mean? How does it relate to? And reach relevant organization and communicate. Learn the content. Realize applicability of the basic concept. Look at that. LO, learning objective 4. These are the objective. Realize the applicability. Do you agree? If it is not practical, if I can't apply in my day-to-day life, either personal or professional, what's the use of any subject in that matter? So this is all about applicability, basic concept, but how we could apply. And then reinforce utilizing management skills in the workflow. That means not only understanding, reflecting, reaching, realizing, but after applying, you have to positively keep on reinforcing Because when you do it, apply it, you learn it better. You understand the value of it. And then categories of learning outcome, I'm not going to read all those subject theories, knowledge, course codes, all are there. And then you have the pillars of indicated the mission. Now we have the mission, PIM. Now, this is also you got to understand that. One of our mission is teaching, right? It is pillars of indicated in the mission, our teaching. Like you do, this is something you and I have in common. You love teaching, and I can see when some of you speak, are bocking in me. When you are talking about, I can see the smile on your face. I can see the energy and the passion. We share that. This is where we can agree in a lot of things. Teaching and research. Research is going deeper, digging deeper, and finding those gems, diamonds, the valuable stuff, information, and new findings that could be applicable in our day-to-day progress. And we forge partnerships, and it is a partnerships also, it's sustainable. It's not about doing it today and giving it up, dropping the quality. And nothing works and important if it doesn't happen in the good governance way. Governance is a good word. Good governance. Yahapalane, right? Good governance is a very important word that as a human being, as Sri Lankans, we need to focus on. These are the areas that you are expected to focus. All these are in the documentation. And these are the prescribed textbooks and the study schedule. Today is all about overview, managing organization. Overview. This is the area perhaps you have already gone through, but let's see it in different viewpoint. 27th, we will have 2 sessions. Morning session is overview. And then, since you already questions about the textbook, it's there. Oka pasu karla, print karlama, scan karlama dila tiyena. But having said that, we are doing it even refined work. Whatever we shared are the essentials of those chapters. Places where only you need to go deeper, please refer to those chapters. Otherwise, the basic, remember what we said, be brilliant on basic, back to basic. All those basic fundamentals or fundamentals, essentials, we will be sharing each other during the session. Anything deeper, go to the chapters or even find out the entire book. And if you have time, go through, it will be rewarding reading. Now, then you have the session number 2 in the afternoon. It's all about planning and organizing. It's a fun-filled, great discussions. I love this, how planning is happening, how relevant it is. Mara vidhiyata ape jeevithayata baddai. So these are things that we could apply in our day-to-day life. And then on 3rd February, we have the leading versus managing. Our managers are leaders, our leaders are managers. What's the connection between what is leading, what is management? And there's a lively, dynamic debate going on all around the world with regard to the management experts, the practitioners, and we will discuss some of those things during this session. We'll share some cases, we'll share some, by the way, during the sessions, we will see some videos. It's not only me talking or even interaction, we will use the visual medium. Picture worth 1,000 words. Maybe video worth 1,000 pictures. So it's fun, it's dynamic. Let's get into that kid-like mentality. Want to know, learning things, looking at certain things to come out, reducing our understanding and improving it. And what is this? Why it's happened? That curiosity, we'll use videos to do that. And then That's the during the day, the course of the day today. And then 4th of February, controlling and measurements. You get done what you measure. Ayo, menne nattang hewwe nattang mukut wenne. You know that. Even the school, education office, anywhere in the world, you get done what you measure. If you don't measure, nothing will happen or will happen, but it's suboptimal. Kirennam waleta kire. That's 4th. And then 5th, managing changes. That's the same day. 4th session and 5th session is on the, let me see the date. Yeah, 3rd of February. 3rd of February. 3rd, yeah. Right, let me see. And then organization behavior, 10th of February, overview. 10th of February will be by Professor Ajanta Dharmasiri, and the managing changes and overview of organization behavior, OB, will be done by Professor Ajanta Dharmasiri. Amazing the management guru, and you will have enjoyable time with him. And then February 17th, you have team dynamics. That is also very interactive, heated, vibrant sessions, team dynamics. And then coupled with that, that's in the morning, evening, emotional intelligence. Much talk about subject. A lot of people talk about, and sometimes for some people it get confused. We will give you a simple format, why it is important to have the emotional intelligence for education leader like you, and what are the ways and means that learnings could be applied in day-to-day working environment. That is on 17th February, 24th, morning and evening. Let me go back. 24th, power perception and decision making. It is by Professor Ajanta Dharmasiri, and the last session on 24th, values, attitudes, job satisfaction. Now that's the course outline. And there are a few things that I need to take you through, important things. This is academic, section 15, it's there. It's better to remind, you will be expected to do 3 areas, assignments. And when you are doing, I will take you through that 3 areas. And plagiarism is not allowed. And unauthorized collaborations, I mean, this is what you preach or you tell to students, whatever the grades they are, to avoid. I'm reminding you. In fact, I strongly believe, and you exactly understand what is your roles are, and none of these will be an issue in your coursework. Examination conduct and sharing some of the major part of the writing materials, what do you call, group or not group, individual assignments of the other students are not allowed. We have the technical way, we have the software to check any assignment that you send, and we will run it through our software, and it will give us how many percentage of the others, whoever is a local or foreign, and it's a global scanning process, those material presence in your assignments. So it's a matter of seconds or minutes. All those will be reflected on to the supervisor. And based on certain percentage are allowed. Now, for instance, assignment carrying out 20%, look at the last one, last paragraph, assignment carrying up to 20% similar index. Similar subject materials are allowed because your references will be the same, your format of the first page will be the same. So it's allowed, sufficiently allowed. But anything beyond, please read those and understand what are the implications. I suggest this. This is why I said I want to take more time and give you the highlight, the importance of following these areas, please go through these and understand what is expected. Now, all of you are interested in these few areas. You will be measured with 3 activities. 1, individual assignment and group assignment and the final exam. For instance, final exam as per PIM examination timetable. And Mr. Jayanta will announce you when that will be, when it is finalized. But I want to give you attention on 3 important areas. Individual assignment and the group assignment. What is this individual assignment? It should be 2000 to 2200 words. When it is due, 26th of February. Hold on. When is today? 27th of January. You have 1 more month. Almost 30 days to finish this. And it's very clearly mentioned. Consider the organizational behavior topics covered in the module. Evaluate yourself using the least 3 associated questionnaires. Identify 3 priority areas of your improvement and discuss why such areas are important. And construct self-developed plan using IRTO table from. I will discuss you as we go on, because when your assignments with even group assignment, I will take you through in detail what is IRTO. It's about issue. It's a table with the columns: issue, recommendation, timeline, output, and outcome, and what is expected. And it's not about going into too details, but there's a level of expectation each content of those table, where I will take you through during the day in detail, or if not the next session day. That's your individual assignment. Maybe some of you are thinking, but my assignment is 2220 words. Does it matter? Because it says 2200. Well, upper limit here and there, 100, 200, 300 words is okay. But you cannot come less than the lower limit. Please note that. So understand, you have to stick to the lower limit and beyond. Upper limit, couple of 100 words to make it more impactful, essentials, but don't overblown 2200 and don't make it 22,000 or 12,000. But slight variations, upper limit is accepted. This is what the cost architect leader wanted me to share with you on that aspect. Lower limit, please stick to. And then you have the group assignment. Now, this is individual assignment. 26 February, it is due. As we go on, I will share with you things that you need to do when we go through. And the next one is group assignment. Group assignment is due on 11th of February. Today is 27th. You got to start right now. The best time is to start group assignment is right now. Please note that I have noticed some groups have 8, some has 7, some has 10. Everyone has to participate. Otherwise, not fair. No passengers. Bus eke ellila, dore ellila piti passe, or rail eke ellila yane eka honda naha. So everyone has to contribute. There should be some contribution. I'm not asking everyone to contribute in the same way. Everyone is not equal, but important. Everyone is not equal, but important. Please get together, discuss, start it today itself. After the session, have a Zoom session. After this session, have a Zoom session and start working on that. 11th of February, not far away. What do you expect to do? Select an organization of your choice and conduct comprehensive SWOT and PESTIL analysis. What is that? Perhaps most of you already know that. I will take you through during the day. Identify at least 3 improvement areas. Number 2, in relation to current challenges, and discuss why they are strategically significant.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Now okay.
Okay, Jude, spotlight me.
How is it okay?
Can someone update me? Where did you miss me? At which point? This slide or before the previous slide?
This slide, sir.
This slide.
So this one, sir. This one. This one.
Right. Okay.
Second
Now
point.
we were talking about the deadline is 20th February, 11th of February. It's all given there. Please, you are only expected to submit one group assignment for entire group. Please don't consider Anitya Duai Matawe Podda shape. I have a lot of family commitment, that commitment I have to go on do this and that. Please avoid that mentality, because I expected you to, I requested you to get this rounded experience. Individual assignment and group assignment, all those instruments are designed to take you through a certain journey, give you a certain experience. When you missed a good part, contributor to that particular part, you miss a very important part of jigsaw puzzle. It's not that ideal. Can we check? Probably we have, maybe sometimes we might be able to understand whether you have sufficient You'd spotlight me in that. Let me use a
Let's see what's on.
Should make it spotlight. Right, cool. Any clarification on this area before you go to, I take you through the next level? Because I spent a lot of time on making sure that you understand what is expected from, what we expect from your side and what is your contribution to get the full benefit of this, and especially in the measurement process.
So could you please explain the group assignment again, sir?
Okay, group assignment is based on, now read this. Now you have this, you can see it, I believe. Select organization of your choices and conduct.
So your line is a breaking.
Audio?
Oh, it's clear for us, sir.
We can hear
okay.
you.
You can, okay, you can hear me. Now, pick an organization. For this afternoon, I will take you through a detailed one. That means pick any organization of your choice. That means it should be, you shouldn't pick outside private sector. I suggest you pick any organization within your subject area, a zonal office, a school, whatever the education institute, your teaching university or institute, whatever the area, and conduct the SWOT and the PESTIL analysis, which I will share with you what is SWOT and the PESTIL and how to conduct that. And it is to 3,000 to 3,300 words. This has to be done by the group matters. The catch is you quickly agree on one person, say, okay, I have a good case to do, and can I work with this? And the others ask questions, brief, debrief, and contribute a lot of ideas and come out with the single proposal. And see, the weightage is 20%. 20% is coming from group assignment and 30% your mark is coming from your individual assignment. So both are important. You cannot leave any of these into, very light-hearted way and expected to score high marks at the examination. I don't have to tell you, and you are masters of these marking systems, So
excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, sometime February 8, 9, and 10, all SLES officers would have to commit with election duties, sir. This is the problem with 11, sir.
It's in March, no?
That's March. This is February.
March, okay.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Sir.
Okay. Now the challenge is election has put a lot of brakes on a lot of things. We cannot plan or even think about what election will do or what politician will do. We'll forget about, keep them apart. And that's away from our life and we'll go on. But fortunately or unfortunately, you will be called upon to perform election duties. if there are any difficulties in that sense, you take up with Mr. Jayantha Nunhalla and see. But as far as we see, it's in March, and that will not affect assignment on February. Assignment, and please note that. Now, this is also very important. I have to tell you, submission on time is important. Something PIM molded my life. Although I consider myself as a professional, private sector, profit-driven, pushy, dynamic, running fast, but nothing made me disciplined in time-wise than PIM. If you are late for a day and there's a penalty, and if you are going for marks, it will affect your overall marks. Please note that your handouts, cost handout will be there. All this has to be done according to the PIM presentation guideline. There's a blue book. And if you don't have the blue book already, and reach Mr. Jayantha and ask for a copy, or I have no idea whether soft copy is available, but if it is available, it might be, but I doubt. Otherwise, get a book of that and follow that, because we strictly see whether you have followed the standard expected format prescribed by the PIM guideline. Those are the areas. Any other points before I quickly jump into the...
Sir, do we need to do the PowerPoint presentation? No, only the report for the group assignment. Okay, thank you.
Assignment.
Okay,
See, that sheet 3,000 words, no PowerPoint presentation.
Thank you,
Whatever the specific requirement, we will announce to you early. We will announce you early.
Okay, thank you.
You asked a good question, but there are group presentations. But this team, there are no group presentation. For other teams, there are group presentations. I mean, for instance, MBA classes. So they have to come and do a PowerPoint presentation, but not for this module. Any clarification?
Yeah,
right?
Thank you.
Okay.
With this, are you going to give us a detailed, detailed report on these individual assignments and group assignments? Detailed handout? In portal?
No, this is the assignment details are here. Assignment details are here. And I know you ask these questions because maybe you are still not clear how deep, whether you have to go extremely deeper, whether you have to go to the medium level, whether you have to go in the fundamental basic levels. Now, for instance, consider the organizational behavior topics covered in module and evaluate yourself using the least 3 associate questionnaires. Now, maybe it's not yet clear because we have not started the module yet. Can we park this question for a moment? And as we go on, the clarity will be there. As we go on, clarity will be there. That is why it is kept on 26th February. We have sufficient time. And then identify 3 priority areas of improvement. In case, if you are not clear by looking at this, what I am expected to do, hold on your questions, park this question for a moment. As we take you through the modules, this will be more clearer. Can we agree for that?
Yes, sir. So you mean today itself, you're going to give us some sort of idea. I mean, we are not familiar with some of these concepts.
Now, what is, okay, yeah, concept are not familiar because we have not taken you through details.
Especially
I will do that. I can see why you are saying this because we have not taken you through the, once it is going there, certain unclear points will be clearer as we go on. And then if there are any issues, we'll take up that. Right. Any clarification?
Sir, sir, there's a small question. Sir, when we write in the assignments, what do you really expect? I mean, if we provide more practical based examples, so if we should based on theories.
No, this is, you go to identify theory.
Yeah.
behind, but then it has to translate to practical examples.
Day-to-day practical examples, you mean?
Of course, it has to be translated to day-to-day. The overriding objectives of the management program is the best practices, world-class techniques, what other scholars have written. I mean, no point of learning that and keeping that in the handout. You must be able to find out where relevant. Oh, this is interesting. Can I use in these techniques in my zonal office? So it's all about practicality. Of course, but it have to identify related to the theory part, then you got to immediately go to the practical situation.
So that means, firstly we have to mention the theory part. After that we can apply the more practical part other than limit to the theory.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Theory is not full 100% theory is not expected here. I mean, there's no point. It's theories are in the handout, theories are in the book. What we are looking is, did you grasp that, understand the management concept? And then can you translate and applicable to your day-to-day life, especially for the betterment and improvement of what you have been doing, either in your organization, your office, your fraternity. That is what we are looking for.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Because PIM is a business school, it's a university with a little bit of different flavor, because our focus is practical. Can we bring the result? Can you produce? Can you improve? Can you make this world a better place? I mean, all other organizations is also doing that, but we are more focusing on weightage on the practicality. It's just understanding theory doesn't work. Any questions? Very good. I like this discussion. Anything else? Right. Let's jump into the subject matter quickly. The management. Right. Before we that, let me ask this. I will write down your responses. What do you understand by management? What is management for you? When you hear the word management, what comes to your mind? I put different versions.
Doing the things right.
Okay, doing things right. Okay. Things right. Doing things RIGHT. Doing things right. What else?
Doing right things in right manner.
Or doing right things in right manner. Good. Very good answers.
Making the best use of the available resources.
Yeah, that is Nadi, right?
Yes.
Nadi, right? Making the best use of
available.
Best use of resources, right?
So shall I improve that into making the resources in efficient and effective manner?
Yeah, making resources in efficient and effective manner. Very good answers. Yeah, I beginning to love this. Okay, what else? What is management?
Right job, right way.
Doing right job in right way. Good. What else? What else?
Managing human and resources effectively and efficiently.
Manage humans, man and material, right? Human and resources, man and material effectively and efficiently. Right. Good answer. What else?
Art of working with people.
Achieve desired goals.
Art of working with people. Yeah, of course, education sector, what more appropriate than that? Good. Someone was talking again, something. Goals.
Yes, sir. Collective effort to achieve desired goals.
Okay, collective effort to achieve pre-designed goals. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. All these are right. Okay, all these are right. I think I can, if I ask, everyone will have their input. Now, let me show this. Management. Now, when it comes, and there are three: man, human being, age, time factor, and month, getting it done, getting it right. Management, kalamana karne. Singaling kya ne kalamana karne. Kala de manawa kirima. Kala yutu de manawa kirima. Mean process, action, getting it done. Kala mana kirima. Now look at, they said things, doing things right, that definition is right. Making best use of resources, that definition is right. Management is when human beings are doing certain things timely manner to produce the result. Kala mana karane, management. All the answers that you said are correct. But management is a process. Now let me show you that. It's a process. It's a series of action to produce the result. As one of the participants, we call them learning partners. You are not students. In PIM, we call you are learning partners, right? You are learning partners of this program. Now, one of the learning partners said, achieving the goals by combining all those resources. But as we see, there are different aspects to this. One is input from environment. Look at that, the left extreme column. And then efficiency and effectiveness. Input from environment and efficiency and effectiveness. What are the input from environment? There are 4 different input from environment. Can you see them? Can you read them? What are those inputs?
Physical resources.
What are those inputs?
Physical resources.
Physical resources.
Financial, information resources, and human resources.
Human resources. What are the physical resources in your opinion? What do you understand by that?
Infrastructure and
infrastructure, yeah, infrastructure and physical resources. But that's a broader view. That's a broader view. What do you mean by the infrastructure in your area?
computers, tables,
Computers, tables, schools, lights, buildings, office, photocopiers, and all those, right?
Facilities.
Cool. Now then, financial resources. What do you mean by the financial resources?
Funds.
Funds, pratipadana. Oka natuwa mukut karanda ba. Pratipadana. You have to have the funds. Without funds, you cannot acquire the physical resources. And you have to use the funding. And funds are coming from, in your case, government. Utana tamai abyoge double venni. I mean, this is, the challenge is double. Unlike any other people who are working in the private sector, because my short 4 or 5 years experience in the semi-government sector, I understand some of the challenges that you face. Sometimes you have the funds, you need to, you know where exactly to use, but someone else is holding it. Holding it released by someone else. So it's availability of the funds is important. Look at what's happening in Sri Lanka. No funds to, no dollars to bring medicine. Yesterday, one of my really close relatives ran into this trouble. That particular private hospital sent that patient to 2 others. They say, operation ne karanda medicine na. Financial resources are not available, not for the hospital, to the country. So financial resources are very important. This is where a lot of people would like to have that control. Then next one is information. What do you mean by the information resources? Can someone tell me what's your understanding on that?
So it's like number of students, number of tools which we need, something like.
Jude, can you moderate those sound? There are some disturbance coming from the background. Someone was talking. Please
Information,
talk.
yeah, data required.
Data.
Data, processes, systems, knowledge, information is also knowledge, right? Information is also knowledge. Procedures, input certain, and those are information which is required. Those are coming from the environment outside. And then the last one, and the most important perhaps, human resource. In your case, what do you mean by the human resource? In your system?
Teachers,
Principals,
educators,
teachers, ISA, okay, administrators, directors,
non-academic staff.
Now this is what I was waiting to get that, because someone who clean the school premises is also important part of human resource. Do you agree that?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it's a very important part of agree. It's of course principal, teachers, other support staff, human resources. Now this is that part. And then these are coming from the outside environment. And then those 4 important resources are aligned and passing through a process called planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. Look at the chart in your screen. Planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. This is exactly I will take you through. This program is all about including organization behavior. 10 sessions we will cover this. But that's happening under the very important 2 factors, efficiency and effectiveness. Efficiency and effectiveness. Now let me ask you questions. Why we do this is about the goal attainment. And you have set up your objectives, your goals. And we will discuss in a couple of hours time what are goals, what are objectives, are they the same, are there connection, which one is bigger, which one is smaller, which one is more important than the other. We will all discuss. That means end of the day and you are going to achieve some result. Goal achievement is a result. To achieve that result, and it's happening under the banner of efficiency and effectiveness. What is efficiency? Can someone explain what is mean by the efficiency? Efficiency.
Doing the things right.
Huh? Efficiency, yeah, කාර්යක්ෂමතාවය. Yeah, efficiency කියන්නේ කාර්යක්ෂමතාවය. Now, in Tamil it's called Thiren. හරිද මං කිව්වා. Let me ask Rimsan, it's Thiren, right?
No, sir, it's Thiran.
Thiran. Okay, Thiran.
And in Sinhala, it is Shamatave, නැත්නම් කාර්යක්ෂමතාවය නේද?
කාර්යක්ෂමතාවය. Yeah, කාර්යක්ෂමතාවය. In Tamil, it's Thiran, right? Then what is effect? Yeah, what is effectiveness? Effectiveness. There is a different word, Sapalatave, some people say. Paladai Bava, right? Paladai Bava. Paladai Tave is productivity, right? We will get that. Some people say Sapalatave. Efficiency is, can you give me an example? What is Karaksham Bava kiyanne mokadda? What Thiran? What is it?
Doing the thing in an exact time period.
Doing the things in the exact time period. Okay. A given time period. Yeah. What is it? Okay. That means efficiency is doing things right. Doing things karana de hariyata kirima. Singling. Efficiency. What is effectiveness?
Doing the right things.
Doing the right thing. Haride kirima. Efficiency is karana de hariyata kirima. Effectiveness is haride kirima. Doing right things. Let me get you. No, because when you say it in effectiveness is Seyal Thiran, right? Seyal Thiran. Am I right? Let me ask Rimsan. Rimsan, is that the word Seyal Thiran? Effectiveness. So when we understand it from our mother language, it hit us deeper. We understand the deep meaning, right? Now, let me show you this. This is efficiency and this side effectiveness. Which is more important?
Both are.
Okay.
Both are same.
Doing things right is efficiency. Effectiveness is doing right thing. Okay. Both are important. There's no argument about it. Which one comes first? Now that's the question. Now this is a well debated.
Effectiveness.
Effectiveness. Efficiency is coming first.
Effectiveness comes first. If we don't select the right thing,
We
then
cannot do
efficiency is
no point of
the importance or no point in efficiency there.
Yeah. Okay. I tend to agree, but there are different people argue. But my personal viewpoint is effectiveness is a bit more important than efficiency. Although both are important, but first you got to decide the right direction, doing the right thing. Doing wrong thing efficiently doesn't give the right results. So I agree. And most of you, but there's a different viewpoint. Someone says efficiency is important. May I know why you said that? Someone said?
Not important. It is the first thing we should correct. By the efficiency, we can get the effective.
Give me an example, because now let me say that if you going on the right. I was talking that video that I saw. The parents are watching. The kids are on the relay, and one kid took the relay button and he's very fast, and he ran to the other direction. Have you seen that? And the mother or father was chasing behind the kid, because instead of running into this side, this kid is running into other side faster. Have you seen that?
No, we missed it.
Sir, we missed something.
Okay.
We lost you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Now you can hear you.
Okay, right. Now I was trying to explain efficiency and effectiveness. Effectiveness comes, in my opinion, first before the efficiency. The video that I saw it's a kindergarten video where it's a relay. Kids were running on.
We didn't see it.
No, I was not showing it. Right, I was not showing it. I'm just explaining it. And the children were running on the relay on this side. At the point of changing the buttons, one kid ran. He's the fastest one. That one who took the button ran on the other direction. The parent, that parent was chasing behind the kids to say that "ඒ පැත්ත නෙමෙයි පුතා දුවන්නේ මේ පැත්තට."
Dr. Sujiva, can you inform this disturbance?
Wait 5 minutes, sir will join, right?
Right, let's see what technology does, and maybe we'll change. Right, let me go through this.
Sir can't hear you and can't see you.
Jude, Harid?
Okay.
Right, okay. Right, we were talking about efficiency and effectiveness because this process, management process, was based on that. So both are important. The message is simple. Management is a process that we need to follow to achieve the great result. So when it's a process, there are a lot of elements. Simply input from the environment, physical, financial information, and the human resources are put into the line of planning, organizing, leading, and controlling, which are the key components of this particular program, fundamentals of management and organization behavior, that will result in goal attainment. What is goal attainment? In your case, it will be amazing education service, improvement of education service. Whatever the goals and the objectives that they want to achieve, සාක්ෂාත් කර ඇති ඉලක්ක මොනවද ළඟා කරගන්න යුතු ඉලක්ක, especially in your cases, it will be different to each individual unless you are working in a very same office under the same department. Your goals attainment will be different. Principal's goal attainment is different to the Kalapa Adhyapana Karyalaya. So this is about management process, and we talk about efficiency and effectiveness. And efficiency plus effectiveness is called productivity. Efficiency and effectiveness is called productivity. Paladayitave. Paladayitave. What is paladayitave? If you want to achieve the result, right result, especially not average result, exponential result, above average, extraordinary results, you got to combine these two. Efficiency, karyakshamatave, effectiveness, sapalatave. Doing right thing, effectiveness, and doing things right, efficiency, and that will lead to the productivity. And this is why we are sharing this. This will highlight why understanding certain fundamentals of management is important. Now let's jump into this. Efficiency and effectiveness. And look at this table. One side, this side, efficient is there, bottom inefficient, efficient and inefficient. Paladai or paladai no one. From this side, ineffective and effective. Karakshama no one sa karakshama one. And look at on the left top, bottom, left top of the graph. If you are efficient but ineffective, yanda direction එක කල යුතු හරි දේ තෝරගෙන නැහැ. Not effective, ineffective. But you are efficient. අර ළමයා මේ පැත්තට දුවන්නේ නැතුව මේ පැත්තට දුවුවා වගේ. You are not reaching the goals, but you are not wasting resources. Of course, you are achieving something, but you are not reaching the goal. කොච්චර හයියෙන් දිව්වත් වැඩක් නැහැ වැරදි පැත්තට. And look at the next one. And they are inefficient and ineffective. Not reaching the goal, and you are wasting the resources also. You are inefficient and ineffective. දෙපැත්තෙන්ම ඊට පන්දම පුච්චනවා. කිසි දෙයක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Utter mess, utter waste, utter failure. හරි වචනව utter failure. And look at the right hand side bottom. You are effective but inefficient. හරි දේ කරනවා හැබැයි කාර්යක්ෂමව කරන්නේ නැහැ. ළමයා මේ පැත්තට රේස් එක දිනන්න දුවනවා. හැබැයි හිමින් දුවන්නේ. හරි පැත්තට හිමින් දුවන්නේ. You are reaching the goal but wasting the resources. On the other hand, look at the right top. Reaching goals, that means efficient and effective. කාර්යක්ෂමයි, සඵලයි. Doing the right thing and doing the things right. And reaching the goals and not wasting resources. Aduma, this is what you call optimal solution. Ekane avashya pramaneta, the resources are used to the right required level to achieve the goals, final goals. Now let's do an activity. Can you focus on one activity, one thing that you did in your area? You did it efficiently and effectively. And there was a challenge, and you faced that challenge efficiently and effectively, reaching the goals with minimum use of resources or optimum use of resources. So ideal uses, that means අවශ්‍ය ප්‍රමාණයට සම්පත් පාවිච්චි කරමින් අවශ්‍ය ඉලක්ක සාක්ෂාත් කර ගැනීම. Can someone share an experience that you have?
Sir, may I speak?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Actually, in the education sector, we have definite goals. Like, for an example, achieving some extent level of results in school, achieving the overall result into 95% likewise. So, there are no adequate number of teachers in sometimes, but we have to manage it by as an administrators, like principals, they have to catch up the points and they have to search that if that teacher can learn and teach another subject, and he can go through his or her degree certificate, and he can find out whether she can teach this and that. Like, for example, ICT subject, there are no adequate teachers now.
Right.
Then he can ask that teacher to, can you teach this subject, and then he can give the responsibility to that teacher. Thereby he can manage the situation.
Okay, did you reach your goals?
Yes, finally we can reach the goals, but the thing is, in Sri Lankan scenario, we are setting goals and objectives, but we have no education policy for these 75 years. So all the at the end of all the targets, we are failed.
Okay, did you use the required number of resources, or did you overuse resources? I mean, because
we have lack of resources.
Okay, that means did you use available resources to achieve your result? This is the question. Yes. Okay, no, that is what we are looking for. It should reach the result, but it should use the whether you have sufficient more than enough resources. I mean, resources are limited always, whether it's a number of teachers, number of research contributors, or whatever the materials are limited. So question here I want to ask, and I need your answer is, did you reach the goals, and did you use reach that goals with available resources? What is your answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. And then it is the right example. Anyone else? Anyone else? Who wish to share the examples in your working environment, whether it's a school or zonal office or even a ministry? Anyone? Who else? Who wish to share? Anyone wish to share?
Yes, sir. During the pandemic period, everything was limited.
Right.
Physical resources and including time and every other thing. So during that time in our Gampala zone, we used to maximize the use of resources and go for our targets. And to be very true, we have achieved better results than the other times of our exam results.
Okay,
other than the other.
You said we reach our result. Be specific. Give me one example that you reach result, not wasting resources.
Yes, sir. When we were doing teacher workshops and students-based workshops, the number of papers, that means the printouts, to take printouts and print papers, everything was limited. And during that time, we have to do a lot of adjustments to get the things printed and to use the printed materials even. So in that case, we were very thrifty in using the resources, and we really got better results.
Right. Okay. Being thrifty is okay. I mean, that's you are very careful on using the resources. But question is, did you achieve the desired result goals?
Yes, we achieved the results better than the desired amount.
Right. Good. Now these are the practical example. If I have time to listen to all of you, and you have some amazing stories to share with us, how you achieve it. And this is all about importance of being efficient and effective. That's all what we want to highlight. Now there are 3 levels of effectiveness. Now you were talking about, you said effectiveness, finding on the right direction. Doing right thing is important. There are 3 levels of effectiveness. One is individual, another one is team and institutions. Now, individual is, you are as a teacher, as a principal, as a zonal education leader, as a ministry employee, and you are individually effective. You exactly know what is to be done and what right things to be done. That is not enough. Why? Because being brilliant, being effective as an individual is important, but that is not enough. The reason is That will take you education to the next level as an individual. But to achieve extraordinary, exponential, amazing result, you have to work as a team. That's mean effectiveness at interactive level, team level. Have you ever felt, අයියෝ මං විතරයි මේ පණ දාගෙන වැඩ කරන්නේ. හරි දේ කරන්නේ මම වෙලාවට අරක කරනම කියන අනිත් අයට කිසිම ගැම්මක් නැහැනේ, ගැස්මක් නැහැනේ. If you are feeling, that means there's something wrong with the team. It doesn't, of course, as a teacher, as a leader, as a education, the prime mover, someone who is forerunning the education, you can do certain things. You can perform certain high level of achievement of result, but that as an individual is limited unless you are working as a team and the team has an effectiveness. Imagine if you are trying to go to the right direction and the rest of the members are pulling it at a tangent, different direction. Even your effort will have a limited impact. So getting team effectiveness is also important. That will contribute to the institution, provided institution is also effective. Have you ever felt? Are you අපේ ඉස්කෝලේ නම් කරන්න තියෙන හොඳම දේ කරනවා අනේ අර මීට එහයින් අපිට ඒගොල්ලෝ හරි දේ අවශ්‍ය දේ නෙමෙයි කරන්නේ. Oh, at that ministry level or that level, this is not what we intend to do. You feel that there are certain things that it should go, but levels above doesn't go in that direction. And so it could lead to a frustration. For Sri Lanka, as a country, as a nation, to have that effectiveness, taking our next generation to the right direction, we need to have effectiveness at all three levels. Being brilliant at individual level is important and it's a must contributor, but that itself is not enough. Your team brilliance comes with the team effectiveness and efficiency. And contributing your office is collective of different teams. That will contribute to the institution. What is institution in this case? Maybe it is your school, or maybe your zonal system, maybe your national system. So as an institution, effectiveness is also important, but start with individual. That is what it says. Now, all what we discuss is, I shared with you a few things. The fundamentals of management. If I summarize what we discussed, management is set of activities including planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. 4 areas of management. Do you remember what we discussed? Let me show you that. This one. 4 areas: planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. This is what it says. It says management is a set of activities including planning, organizing, leading, and controlling directed at organization, human, financial, physical, and informational resource. Let me take you back to remind you that physical, financial, informational, and human resources at the left corner. This is what it says. And then achieving organization with the intention of achieving organizational goals in an efficient and effective manner. Saralama, Suddha Singhalen කියනවා සරල භාෂාවෙන් කියනවා management කියන්නේ ඕකයි. This is what we discussed.
So excuse me, where's the time there? Time? Isn't it an important environment factor?
Hello, Jude, can you moderate that?
So excuse me, where's the time there?
What do you mean by time there?
I mean, time, isn't it an important environmental factor, time?
Yes, time is environmental factor. Time is built into planning. There's a timing. Good question. Now, did others understand? May I know whom I'm speaking to? I'm trying
Danushka, sir.
Danushka, you raised a very important question. Time is limited, very much limited. Time is very much limited. That's an important factor. Where the time is built into? Good question. It's built into all those other elements, and it's so embedded. Now, planning is timing. I will take you through next. Give me another 20-30 minutes, we will go through those areas. Planning is a short term, medium term, long term. Efficient is a timing. No point of running now. If we are running a 100-meter race in Olympics, no point of a runner running in the right direction to the right track in 15 minutes, 15 seconds. There's no place. So time element is built into that efficiency. So it's always embedded in the entire management process. I fully agree, and I subscribe to your viewpoint that time is an important element. It's not separately built in as a separate component, but it's embedded into all those important elements, other part of the elements of timing. And as we describe it, you will understand when we talk about the timing horizons and what we are talking about. Did that answer? You need, are you okay with that?
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay, it's a very important question. Now, this is what is required. You know what she did? She went deeper, one level deeper than what we are discussing. This is real reflecting part. Remember in PIM, we said you got not only to understand the knowledge, but you have to reflect. She's reflecting and try to figure out, yeah, this is important in my life. Whatever I do, there's a time is an important factor. Why it is not separately shown, but it's embedded into the other important components. Good. Anything before we go to the next? Any questions on this fun basic area?
Sir,
Yeah,
excuse me. Sir, I think when we are mentioning activities, already it has time frame, no, sir?
Yeah. Activities, objectives are time-based. Now, when we are talking about objectives, when we will talk that SMART objectives, it's always time is built on there. SMART. We will be discussing that. Anything else? Right. Why? Let me summarize this. Whatever we do, this management is all about value creation. What? Management is all about value creation, creating the value. This is why I said no point of learning the concept, which is always in the cloud. These days, everything is in the cloud, and nobody knows where the cloud is. Cloud cloud computing, but there's nothing in the cloud. Somewhere it's somewhere there. Value creation. Value creation for whom? No, that's the question. Value creation for whom? Value creation for stakeholders. Value creation for his stakeholders. Why? Who are the stakeholders in education? Who are your stakeholders? Can someone tell me? Husna, who is your stakeholder? Husna.
Yes, sir. Yes, my stakeholders are the principals, in-service advisors, teachers, and students.
Okay, what do you do, Husna?
I am the yes, I work for the Provincial Department of Education, Sabaragamuwa, and I am the Deputy Director in charge for special and non-formal education.
Good. Are there any principals or deputy principals here? I just identify yourself.
Yes, I'm the principal of St. Mary's College, Keko.
Okay, Karuna.
Yes, Karuna, yes.
Karuna Ruan, who are your stakeholders?
Yes, as Ms. Husna said, my stakeholders are students, parents, OBA members, and teachers, deputy principals, assistant principals, sectional heads, prefects. Yes, and also zonal office, provincial office members, and employee department of examination.
Okay.
There are teachers from teacher colleges,
Okay.
the colleges.
And you don't forget non-academic staff in the
yes.
All non-academic, even security is your stakeholder, right? People who are working for employees.
Well-wishers, community.
Well-wishers, community, even media. These days, media is a stakeholder. You got to manage the media. General public could be a stakeholder. So in other words, you are creating value, but you cannot forget you are creating value mainly for the students. This is where you and I have this, very important things in common. They say the teaching is the noblest the profession in the world, and you create history, you create future, and you create value for humanity. Well, whether you get the value creation by doing so, I have the same question. The other day I was talking to, having a discussion sometimes back with my senior colleague, Professor Ajanta, because he taught in overseas. And I said, Professor, is it the value creation for the people, teachers by the country, the value that they get, especially financial resources they get, there's always issue of inadequacy, but how about the other countries? Then he said, they have the same complaint. They too have the same complaint. But I must say, I have generated millions of US dollars, hundreds of millions of US dollars for my private sector organization whom I have worked worldwide. But nothing gives me a pleasure than delivering a single lecture or single lesson or single workshop. I'm conducting a training workshop for different subject, management, team building, neuroselling, negotiation, all those. But this gives me more fulfilling and satisfaction. Of course, I am a fulfilling man. It doesn't work that way, but I understand some of the pain points. I am also part of that community. But value creation, we create a lot of value, and you create a lot of value. There's a lot of salutation, but this is a choice that we took. I gave up my corporate career that paid me many times more than this, and finally wanted to settle teaching, sharing, training, because this is what I wanted to leave, that legacy, wanted to remember. And you would perhaps agree, when you go to the hospital or to any other places, and when a young guy come and say, Miss Mao Matakada, sir, Mansagi Panditi, sir, Monoda Kirindo Namagin. So thank you very much for doing all that. That reward is touching. It's amazing. Okay, because we create value. You create value, and that value for the people, stakeholders that you are talking about. Now let's quickly move into the next area. Let me change the management has been there. This is not a new concept. Now let me share with you evolution of human race. We started with the Stone Age, Gal Yuga, agriculture, Krushikarma Yuga, Karmika Yuga, Toraturu Yuga, and knowledge era. And we have passed this. I'm not going to explain all those. The management was there at that time. So how did they teach management? Initially, it was only one method: storytelling. Why? Imagine 10,000 years ago, we were hunters, and we ran into jungle because we can't stay in the cave. Guhave in the Manavayak, caveman. We can't stay there, and our extended family, about 80 people are there. My wife and the 12 children and the rest of their family, my families, everyone is in this big cave. And I have to go out to get some food. So this time I went there and kill the animal. This time it's not a deer, it's a bear. Bear, or whatever the way you pronounce it. Walhek. And I got it down and skinned him, put 3 poles together and did this, made some fire and put the fire inside. And at the evening, on the fireside, while frying it, now we call it barbecuing. And we had this, and we are going around, aye o jaye, we are rounding and dancing. And then the young guy, small one, asked, how did you kill this big animal? Because there is no books, no Valipilla, no Gallala, nothing. We could communicate, we could talk. Now I have to transfer that technology, techniques, tools, know-how to next generation. Otherwise, they will be starved. There will be hunger. There will be hunger. They will not know how to kill a bear. Oh, that technology. So there's nothing available to pass that knowledge. Organizing in such a way to kill that big animal. I'm just getting a crude example. The only way was storytelling. So I was telling, I went into jungle and this is what I do, and where the wind blows on this side, so you can't go on this side because the animal will get alerted and you have to go around and cover that wind blow. And all those were told by stories, and majority of them were how they manage that process. Hold on, process, managing the process. Yeah, it's a management. Bringing the result. Storytelling was the techniques. And this is why at the end of the era, we have Jataka Kata, 550 in our area, in Buddhism, 547, and they added 3 and made it 550, and Bible, Old Testament. And these stories, and if you go to Jataka Kata, it's all about technology, techniques, manage human evolution, transferring the knowledge and experience. Right? It's not about management, how to manage certain process. The Bible is also the same. And that led to, develop pyramids, innovation in China, and hydraulic. Vari Arthike, Jalamula Arthike, civilization. Manava development, human development, and Sri Lanka. This the management, this is what we have gone through this far. Now I'm not going to stay there. I just wanted to flash you through to say that, because now there is a misconception. We embraced, I'm also including when the textbooks are from Americans or UK. We embrace them. And when we go deeper, realize the fundamentals were developed first visible in Asia, China, Sri Lanka, India. We had Jude, spotlight me on that. Jude. Right. Can someone show me, were you there when we had this one? Please speak to me so I know where we stopped.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So I was talking about the ancient time civilization. We had all what I wanted to highlight is management is not alienated subject that came from West. We inherited, we have the best practices of the management. Unfortunately, now we have to rediscover what goodness in ourselves. This is all what I. Right, Jude, spotlight. Cool. So there are evolution of management, different perspective. Now, for instance, now we are in an open, collaborative, innovative. Post-COVID has changed. COVID has changed a lot of things. These are coming from West. Although we talk about management exists in our part of the civilization, but we were talking about the West. In fact, whether we have the discussion, different viewpoints, but we also mainly follow Western type of management. Of course, without forgetting that there's an important part that we have to add locally, culturally, and we also have the best management practices, this part of the world, in the countries like ours. Without forgetting that fact, we also always ready to adapt to the new realities. And socio-technical systems, all these are in your handout. Organization is happening, the management process is about social system and technical system together. No point of having plant equipment, that means schools, buildings, computers, labs, libraries, playgrounds, sports equipments, unless there are right people, teachers to teach them, trainers, coaches to do that. And these things are happening, and it's influenced by external environment as at the bottom. And it also affects the organization culture. What is organization culture? It's the culture of your area, your entity. Whether the zonal office culture is a bit different from Colombo zonal, one part of the, let's say, Gampaha or Kuliapitiya is different to Mana or even to Kilinochchi. So as a culture, you have the structured way of doing it, similarity, but different culture, especially school culture. Take a school culture, especially national schools. Each school has a different school culture. core subject area, the way you handle, since it's a government entities, are similar, but culture will be different. This is the settings that you are working. Now let's jump into this. Planning management is, if you remember, planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. 4 areas. Where did we get these 4 areas? Here. This is where I took you through, introduced this one. Planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. Management process. And now it's coming to 4 functions of management: planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. What is planning? Planning is choose goals. Aramunu sakshat karaganima. Make a broad. Ikane palal. Goals mean palal. And when we go do this, it goes to the deeper level. And then organizing in assigning task. Avashya de avashya vidhiyata assign karala e niyamita tenata kenata pawarala e avashya de piliyala karaganima. Leading mean coordinating. You have to get things done with human beings. Human beings, not computers. Computers nang lazy. You can connect it, network it, it works. But here, human beings, you need to coordinate. Coordination doesn't happen. Computer, if you just enter the software and commands and enter the button, it works. Human being doesn't work that way. You know how sometimes challenging managing people. So leading, it play a very important part. Controlling, when you go to measure certain areas, if you don't measure, it doesn't control and it doesn't give the desired result. Now the areas, certain things are very simple. I just wanted to quickly take you through this area. And top managers and middle managers, first line of managers, non-aligned levels of manager. These are existing. But in your case, in your office, who will be the top manager level, top management level? Can someone share in your particular education area, your office, your entity? Who is at the top? Who are the people at the top? Can someone share that?
So in zonal education office, zonal director of education, and then we have provincial director of education and education secretary.
Right. So zonal director will be top managers, middle managers will be middle management level. Who will be there?
Deputy director of education.
Like a first line of management?
Assistant directors of education.
Okay. You also have non-management staff, right? The support staff of that.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Beautiful. Right. Now, it's the same thing that we have shown it. This is in your handout. So if you want to go deeper, please refer that. Top managers, middle managers, and the first line of managers, and the non-supportive. Same thing in a different format. More descriptive. I don't want to make it more complicated and more heavier. So I gave you the previous 4 levels of in a simple format. And if you go deeper, this is in your handout. This gives a more additional in-depth understanding. Right. Management types. Just to take you through response for 2 areas, functional and general. Functional and general. Functional is response for department that perform single functional task. Has employees with a similar training or similar competency. General means response for several departments. General, I mean, overall, I'm not going to ask you the example because these are so simple. You already understand this. I strongly believe it. And this is simple to understand. The next one is a bit important area. Management types. Again, there are three types: conceptual, human, and technical. Although I said, concept doesn't work in the sky, but you need to conceptualize, dream, and plan. Initially think a different way using your analytics and the diagnostic ability to envision the future. Think about the future. Future, you got to create. Future doesn't just happen. You got to create. Create, you need to use your right side of the brain, where creativity is associated with. And that's the conceptual skills. Human skills are understanding and influencing people, working with the other people. Technical means job specific. Now, for instance, ICT, these are difficult breed to find. ICT teachers, there's a big demand because less resource available. Are there any other technical subject matters teachers are more demand but not available? Can someone tell me? Technical skills that are in demand, but it's difficult. Are there anything that you are facing right now?
Technical subject related to the engineering as well as the biotechnical subject. Recently introduced scheme. Otherwise, as well as the 13 years of education subject teachers.
So they are, you find challenging to find those people who can teach those subjects, right?
Yeah.
Even English teachers, A-level physics, chemistry, bioscience teachers.
I thought A-level, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought A-level physics, bioscience, we have sufficient teachers. It appears it is not so, right?
Sir, not sufficient.
No, sir.
Not sufficient.
Is it only related to your area or is it island-wide issue?
I think our area, sir.
Okay, your areas, right. Okay, cool. Because I remember late 70s.
Most of the physical science graduates related to the physics or chemistry like that, they don't come to this government sector. That's the reason.
කරන්න පුළුවන් කෙනා ටියුෂන් පන්තියක් දාගන්නවා නේ කරන්න කැමති. Yeah, that's the challenge. I can remember if it's very common to feel that tuition them වැඩි වෙලා. In fact, no, my time, long time ago, we also had the same feeling. It's eternal drive. But we have a good friend. In fact, a friend very close to us who did MBA with Professor Ajanta and myself. And there's someone in UK who migrated. And he has a son, young son. And when we were talking, he said, sir, we don't have any tuitions. I don't have to send my son for tuition. Everything is taken care of the government school. I wish one day we can go there. Let's be honest, we are part of the problem as well. We have so much drive. Our resources are limited. We want to get into a national school, that school, this school. We want to get into this university, that university. As a parents, we have a killer instinct and we go hard on them. We push also in a certain extent children. Running so and tuition is invariably is another option that we as a parents even opt. But in long run, as a country, it's not that ideal. I went for tuition and I gave my children tuition. When I look back, if we have sufficient availability opportunities for getting to universities and also school systems are upgraded and sufficiently catered to that need, it's always better let the students manage their education.
I think it's in our culture, it's in our blood. When our people migrated to other countries, they bring that culture to those countries also. In Australia, Sri Lankans search for tuition and they give tuition to their children.
පුරුද්ද මොකද ජම්මට වැඩිය පුරුද්ද ලොකුයි. ජම්මට වැඩිය පුරුද්ද ලොකුයි. Habit is greater than nature. That's what in English they say. Yeah, I can understand because that competitiveness පහේ පන්තියෙම ඉඳලා ශිෂ්‍යත්වයට දුවපු මට තාත්තා කෙනෙක් වුණාට පස්සේ මම ළමයා මගේ I mean my genetics are that competitive. Even there's a tendency parents pushing the kids on that direction. I can subscribe to that. In fact, I can understand what you are talking. Please understand that's not the ideal in my opinion. I stand to correct myself if you argue differently, but this is what I feel. Okay, skill needed by a manager level. Now, remember conceptual human technical skills are there. Top manager, middle manager, line managers are there. Now, I have no idea where you are standing. Are you standing top manager or are you a middle manager or line manager? Leave that. I believe most of you are either top or middle. Now, when you look at this, 3 different level, conceptual, human, and technical, what is the most striking revelation, striking point that come out of this chart? Now, this horizontally, top manager, middle, and line. And this direction, conceptual, human, and technical. Do you see an important pattern here? Can someone, the one who identified that, are you ready to share that?
So top level managers need more conceptual ability than technical skills.
Yeah.
But lower level managers need more technical skills than conceptual ability.
Right, good. Yeah, very important point. That's a very important point.
All 3 managers must have human skills equally.
Wow, that's good. Another very important one. All 3 managers should have human skills equally. I mean, the weightage is very important. Because when you are a manager, you are a leader. You are dealing with people. When you are dealing with people, your human skills are important. Have you realized top manager is also, conceptual skills are high, but in the meantime, he also has now look at this area, technical speed, skills. So he should have, maybe you are somewhere there. Maybe, have you ever done, when you are walking around, now principals, vice principals will say that when you are walking around, when certain teacher is not there, you have gone into that classroom and taught that subject. Are there any experiences? Do you have that experience where teacher is not available and you have that technical knowledge, subject knowledge, you have no problem, although you are a deputy principal or principal, you went into lamaya in the ganda teacher have you ever gone through that experience?
Yes, sir.
Many times, right? I remember there was a person called Rampala. BD's Rampala. He was former general. Have you ever heard that name? GM Railway, Sri Lanka Railway in 1960s, 50s, 60s. The golden era of railway. This story fascinated me. And there was always complaint from railway drivers. So, it's a long distance rail. And they were always complaining. One day, general manager was top manager, top administrator at that time. And when he was in the Port Railway Station and there was a situation and train is always late, delayed, not happening, not coming on time, not touching certain station on time, not returning on time. There was a major time issue. And he said, this time is enough to come and go and meet the schedule. The driver said, "No, sir, make koranda bani sir. Api dan karana ministu ne make." He said, "Okay, you two stay here. I will take the train." And he went on that train for came on following day with the right timing and බැලලා යතර දුන්න මෙන්න පුතා මං ගිහිල්ලා ඇවිල්ලා පෙන්නවා. That's the confidence level, technical level. Although he's an administrator, he's not supposed to run the trains, but he had that skill coming from that, bottom skill. I have dozens of examples that in my career, people have said, okay, I still remember one day when he was working in the private sector, there's a huge forklift in a warehouse. And this guy was trying to, take some goods down from the top and coming from the, and put certain things on from the bottom to top. And there was the group chairman from overseas. He came on a visit, the people are working. He said, "Puta, this is not the way, there's a better way. Let me show you." Group chairman who controlled hundreds of thousands employees got into the forklift and showed him, "Look here, this is how this should be done." That it gives you a confidence. Of course, you need a lot of conceptual skills, but technical skills are needed. I have no doubt most of you, if not everyone, has that gone through that experience, how you use your technical skills, especially in the school environment when someone is absent. In the schools that I have attended 3 schools in my life. I have seen this happens. Principal එනවා. ඇවිල්ලා නැද්ද කවුරුත් නැද්ද? ඉඳ ගන්න. Principal is supposed to be the top manager who is not supposed to teach every day, but they have that skills. Right. This is beautiful. This is coming from Henry Mintzberg. The role is set. It's about management roles. Role is a set of specific tasks a person performs because of the position they hold. Now this is important. It's a positional. Roles are directed inside as well as outside the organization. And roles are interpersonal, informational, decisional. I remember this, how important this role is. The story goes, one of the American USA Assistant Secretary of Defense, if I'm not mistaken, he went on this is a keynote speech attended by thousands of people. Imagine this man, Assistant Secretary, and he retired. Assistant Secretary of the Defense, USA. He went to the lectern and kept a styrofoam. Styrofoam can form coffee cup me බීම දාන කෝප්පයක් මේ රිජිෆෝම් වලින් හදපු styrofoam, we call it styrofoam cup එක. And he said, this coffee is an important lesson for me. He told 1,000 people, the people were, this is my coffee drink today. This coffee styrofoam cup is meant for me. And he's related the story. Previous year, when he came to this conference to give a keynote speech, organizers sent him a first-class ticket, went a limousine to the airport, sent a limousine to the airport, pick him up, and booked him in the first-class hotel with the suite room, luxury room. Early in the morning, they accompanied him there. Someone opened the door. Someone gave a porcelain, beautiful, Noritake-like cup and saucers. Someone poured the coffee and said, sir, with milk, without milk, with sugar, without sugar, that, and gave a cup of coffee to him. I don't have that position today. That means I'm not in that role now. I was given a economy class ticket, booked a standard room, no limousine. I picked a taxi, came home. And when I came inside from behind the stage, nobody noticed. Some people noticed, but nobody opened the door. And I poured my cup of coffee to the styro cup, myself, styro mug, myself. And this is what I deserve. Because that previous porcelain cup, the gold color porcelain cup, was not meant for me, but meant for my position. Is it fair? Is it reasonable? Yes, that's how the world works. So it's very important. Let me see. Okay, where I was. Role. It's very important we understand why the positions, the roles are important. There are 3 roles: interpersonal, informational, and decisional. What is interpersonal? Role managers assume to coordinate and interact. Look at employees and provide direction. Now, if you are a leader, figurehead, the top manager, you are supposed to be a figurehead. Figurehead means ribbon cutting, symbolize organization. If there are functions happening and if they invite, if the school invited and you are going and representing from the zonal office, If something else is happening, you go as a principal. If there is a game monohari wadak kenawa, you are the figurehead because you are the principal of the school. Symbolizes your school or education unit. And what is that you represent them. You are the big man. And you have a role to play. And leader role. Leader role means as a, let's say, take as a principal or vice principal, train, counsel, mentor, advisor on the performance of teachers, support staff, parents, students, and you are playing as a leader role. And of course, it doesn't stop there. Liaison role, coordinating, link between different people, different unit of the organization, because you are in charge of different science section, math section, primary section, sports section, and OBA and Tamunatin School Development Council, and all those are you are in charge. You have to have the coordination between all those. So if you are playing interpersonal role, and this is what happens, and then also you have the informational role associated with the task needed to obtain, transmit information. Spotlight it, right? Spokesperson, disseminate. I was talking about why it is important to share the information, because information, relevant information sharing is powerful, productive. Only you shared with others. And spokesperson role mean you are the front of the organization. If you are the principal, you know what I'm talking about. Never-ending speeches, spokesperson. Vachanayak varadunot, things goes very difficult, and you have to be very careful in discussing, talking. Spokesperson, one of the challenging areas. හොඳක් කරනකොට කියනකොට කාටවත් මතක නැහැ එක වචනයක් වැරදුනොත් අකුරක් වැරදුන ස්පෙලිං එකක් මිස් වුණොත් ලෙඩේ. So people forget all the good things and the tons of things that happen positively, but they pick wrong word or wrong letter or full stop. Missing full stop could be a major issue. Spokesperson, it's an important role. And then there are decisional roles. As a manager, you got to decide. You cannot be indecisive. As a leader, education leader. Entrepreneur role. Entrepreneur means you have to think the projects and programs and take initiative and invest. You got to say either yes or no to certain things. So අපිට photocopy machine එකක් ගන්න වෙලා තියෙන්නේ මොකෝ කරන්නේ? අපි මේක මේ තියෙන ප්‍රතිපාදන වලින් ගන්නවද නැද්ද? ඔළුව කහක ඉන්න බෑ. You got to decide. Is it, have we followed the correct procedure? ප්‍රසම්පාදන ක්‍රමවේදය අනුගමනය කරලාද? Or if it is being donated by OBA, that's fine. So අර ක්‍රමවේද මොකුත් නැහැ. So if you say believe that it will take months, and if the OBA is willing to, they have the funds. If you make a request, අපිට photocopy machine එකක් ගන්න ඕන කියලා තමයි, they will fund it. So then you can decide the process. Decision making should be fast. Right, Jude, spotlight it. Jude, right. So we were talking about the resource allocation. It's a challenge, never-ending issue.
No, sir, the connection was disconnected from the beginning of the information role as well as the decisional role.
Okay, right. Okay, let me go back. Right. Let me quickly summarize what we discussed. Leader has an informational role. That means the monitor role. That means got to monitor and measure what is happening, analyze the information, and identify those trends. Monitor role. Now, for instance, if this is now imagine principal, you are working, your unit is a school, and by the time you are traveling from the road entering, and you suddenly realize there are people, undesired people are around talking to your students, and not only right outside the gate, but in the junction you saw some of the elderly youngsters, youngsters in the people in 20s are talking to Mallis in the school, that younger ones, students, and you smell a rat. And you thought, what's happening there? Why they have no business to talk to the student? These people have, their outlook is not that great and not that conducive for, peaceful environment. Are they trying to induce, force students to do certain things? Jude, am I visible and audible?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes.
Okay, right. Okay. So we were talking about, let me see, informational. Right. Informational, right. We were talking figurehead that we did monitor role, and disseminate of the information mean you share information, especially with the stakeholders, teachers, section heads, parents, past students, OBA, OGA, and all those dissemination role where necessary, not every information where necessary, and then your important part is spokesperson. So this is one of the challenging area, how to be a spokesperson, because people who are not
Jude, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Something once again disconnected, I suppose.
Yes, sir. I think there's a problem is
Yeah, Mr. Disanayaka saying, no?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
So I may disconnect now, sir.
Right. Until such time he connects, I just want to tell you, all the participants, just give me 1 minute once again. Now there are 68 login, right? So I want to just pass a message with regard to the stepping down from the program. Some have 1 or 2 have sent me mails. Then I have very clearly mentioned that your name has been nominated by the Ministry of Education. So the owner of this program is Minister of Education. And if you think that you are going to step down, that should be addressed to Ms. Jayani Tilakaratna, not to PIA. And they will make their records, whatever this thing, and they will, Mrs. Jayani Tilakaratna should send us an official request that this particular participant is no more there in the program. Then we will do our end part, and also we want to get some exit interview also by way of telephone call or something. I'll do that once you drop out, right? The dropout is not at the PIM end. It should be definitely from the Ministry of Education. Why? They are the people who have sent your names. So it should be dealt with, first of all, from Ministry of Finance, not from PIM end. Please don't send emails that you all are going to drop two mails I got. So I have responded that way, the same answer. Please make the request to Ministry of Education, and once they tell us only, like you came to the program, you all be nominated by Ministry of Education. So once again, the same process should be there with regard to stepping down. And other one is that the feedback with regard to the exams, we had a long discussion with all the group leaders. So with regard to exams also, we will be having, say whenever something is happen, we will do some rectification. So even with regard to these two examinations, we have already commented to our board of study, and board of study will most probably bring say some sort of a rectification with regard to your marks, taking your request and other concerns that will be considered. So don't get discouraged with regard to the two exams what we had. I kindly request all of you to continue the program. Okay. So, but anyway, it's your duty, if you are firmly willing that you are stepping down, don't send mails to us. Send the mail. You can just copy it to us, but it should be addressed to Mrs. Jayani Tilakaratna. Then only we can go ahead with your exit, and also we will be doing a exit interview once you exit the program, right? Okay. Thank you very much. Over to you, sir. I just took opportunity when your end was silent without disturbing you. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
So this
anything wrong with that end?
Yeah, I can see my
once again, that's it. You diet me on any.
Oh, sir, now again, I will answer it. Mokkar sir give mokkar thina log connection issue
issue. So then next one, I think better we will invite him to PIM and do this.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Better.
Yes. Oh.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Okay. Hello, now you can take your lunch and come back 1 o'clock, right? Okay, so we'll join at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay. Thank
you.
Okay. Okay.